So, with the recent release of many Disney Plus shows and MCU movies, it sparked the question again of was Thanos right in Infinity War and Endgame about his plan to to wipe out half of humanity or existence in the whole universe. Now, it was never the right decision. Committing mass genocide, Thanos' plan obviously wasn't right for him to do. But we're gonna go in deeper and see if Thanos was right, with mainly the Eternals giving us a clue, Endgame giving us a bit as well. There is a bit from What If as well with Marvel Zombies, but I'll get back into that in a bit. So if you do enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. I hope you do enjoy this video, and yes, get into it. So when Infinity War came out, many people asked the question: is Thanos right? Him wiping out half of existence. Obviously, he is a villain. We obviously don't want him to wipe out half of life in on the planet and or well existence in the whole MCU universe. But it did spark the question in Endgame as well. It was if he was right. Now, Eternals explained it in a bit more detail, or with Thanos being an Eternal technically and a deviant, but it kind of did give us a bigger meaning on why Thanos did it. I think there was many other reasons why. In Endgame, my reason for Endgame is obviously Steve Rogers goes out and he comes back. In the 5 years when everyone was snapped, he comes back and says like the water was cleaner, everything looks better, and a lot better with less people, I guess. So I mean the world is. I guess Thanos was right about the world thriving with less people. I mean, in Endgame, like he said, with a new planet or the new people he creates on the planet, they will just thrive more. And with the Eternals, I feel like with the emergence of the Celestial on Earth, obviously once Earth hit a certain amount of people, then the Celestial would emerge and obviously destroy Earth. And I think this was obviously Thanos being an Eternal. I think he did know about the plan of the Celestials, which is why he did it. And obviously, with his brother Eros, or Star Fox, obviously being an Eternal as well. I think he did know about it being an Eternal, which is why he didn't want that to happen. So he obviously made life again, or took it away, like less, like for example on Earth. Obviously, it happened everywhere in the universe, which hence why he um, took away half of life, so then they could thrive again, like he says in Infinity War. So, I think, obviously, like it said in Eternals, a celestial seed is planted in every planet in the universe, the MCU universe, which gives us a bigger story on why Thanos did it. Half took out half of life in the whole universe, obviously making it so the Eternals or the Celestials wouldn't have to emerge. Obviously, the Eternals were put there for the humans, obviously, to once the humans have evolved and stuff like that, but it went wrong. So I do think that Thanos did it for a reason. Now with Marvel Zombies, I think that also comes into play. We saw Thanos come down as a zombie. Obviously, less and less people in the Marvel Zombies What If was there as well, which would decrease the population, and probably the Celestials didn't emerge ever. But obviously we'll have to wait and see till season 2 and see what happens. But I highly doubt the Celestials will emerge because of that. And if they don't, then I think that gives us a bigger picture of why Thanos could be right in Infinity War and Endgame. So yeah, I think Eternals does give us a bigger picture to why Thanos was right in Infinity War. Obviously, he isn't right by committing mass genocide and murder across the whole universe by wiping out everything, basically humans, alien life, plants, well, everything basically that he did took out half of life on every planet and place in the universe, which obviously he shouldn't have done, but he knew that he kind of had to do it because of the emergence. I think that's why he did it. I think he believed that obviously they weren't going to tell us that in Infinity War to make us lead on to Eternals and many other projects after that we're going to get. But I think maybe in the future of the MCU, maybe we're going to get it in the next few films coming up. Maybe a show will explain why Thanos could have been right and that he did know about the emergence of the Celestials by because obviously him being an Eternal, all the Eternals were made by the Celestials, meaning that they knew about the plan. Obviously, as we know from Eternals, they knew about the plan of the Emergence. So I think Thanos knew about it, left the Eternals, as we don't have any story of him being a part of the Eternals or with them at all. So maybe he was created, he didn't like the idea or something. I don't know. He obviously found it like he didn't want it to happen. So he found the Infinity Stones, wiped out half of life, and yeah, I think Thanos in some ways was right in Infinity War and Endgame. Tell me what you guys think. Obviously, there is many reasons as well with Kang the Conqueror coming into it as well. Him playing a big part in being such a pivotal figure in why Thanos was right and why he took out half of life. Obviously, I think Kang needed it to happen though, obviously, as we know. But obviously Thanos didn't know that. Thanos doesn't know about Kang or the time or anything to do with that. He just wanted, maybe I think Thanos' whole reason to do it was because obviously, as we know, wanted a new to thrive world, like worlds to thrive from the beginning again. But I think it has a deeper meaning, and Eternals does explain that with the emergence of the Celestials and seed in every planet, obviously emerging once it's hit a max, people on that planet, or yeah, in the universe. So I do think Thanos was right from some points of views. Like I said, Eternals Endgame explains with Steve Rogers obviously going out, seeing that the world is kind of better with less people. It is thriving, like Thanos said, and I think everyone knew it would be with less people. Um, so yeah, I do believe Thanos was right. Obviously, not committing genocide and murder, that was wrong, obviously. But his idea, as we know, I think was right. So tell me what you guys think about this. Obviously, you guys might have different opinions. Probably you do. Maybe you don't like Thanos. Obviously, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I love Thanos as a character. He's my second favorite Marvel character. But obviously, people aren't going to like him. So I do believe he was right from some points of views. Tell me what you think about this obviously theory. I hope you had a good day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and goodbye.